kind of went through an interesting experience where my business vehicle, my meat wagon, my Transit Connect minivan that I sell steaks out of for my business, decided to fall apart in 3 different ways. And it was between paychecks where I had nothing, and I went from nothing to something, and maybe 2 or 3 baby steps to get to this point. But I now have a rental from Enterprise. Was able to get a $300 deposit to put down on this car, and pay for the entire week, and fill the gas tank up 1.5 times, and turn 1 case into 4 with a little ingenuity and meat man tricks up my sleeve. I was able to get my shit together, and now when this is sold, I'm probably going to be able to pay a mechanic to fix everything that's wrong with my van and be back on the road, especially with whatever I do tomorrow and Saturday. So things are looking up. It was a struggle because I had Monday off. It was a President's Day or something like that, and then Tuesday. Last week I had to figure out how to rent a car with no money, and that involved 2 different apps, putting 2 different apps together, and I suddenly had wheels. And that was last week. This week I have this cooler car and a bunch of meat, and the next week it's just going to explode. I'm just going to go crazy every day, Monday through Friday, until I'm in Vegas in my new house, and everything that I own is either storage or with me in Vegas, and with heavy plans on just totally eradicating my life, just making my life and my body and everything, my health, my wealth. I never want this to happen to me again. So I'm definitely going to start, with my $2,500, emergency fund, turn that into $5,000, which, hopefully double, turn it into $10,000. And then once that is accomplished, then probably work on my new set of wheels, and then a cheap Mexican vacation. So those are all up and coming. But just wanted to make this video to myself because I want to remember this moment, because I remember the struggle. I mean, I was laughing, I was crying, I was stressing, I was waking up in the middle of the night in just horror with crazy nightmares. I mean, I felt every emotion on the planet. It was during a time when I needed my son's help, and he didn't help me at all. Just emotional outburst, age 19, and me feeling that it sucks. All he needed was $150, and I was too busy saving my life. And I just wish he had the skills to kind of do stuff like this, something similar with the same kind of attitude. Not like, I have obviously more experience to save my life. When I need something, I go and get it. I turn nothing into something. There's options that I want to teach him one day when he's around and available. I mean, just on a Sunday is not enough. I need to have his individual attention, and the attitude that he had when he was younger was way more in tune, with receiving information that I would have to teach him. Because there's, a few different things that I think would be helpful in his college career. Like learning how to detail cars, learning how to paint curb addresses, stuff like that. Like little emergency jobs that you could do at any time when you're stuck in a pinch. And trust me, in my life, almost everybody's life, you're stuck in a pinch all the time, So, and a college student, I mean, that's like weekly life, So there's some tips and tricks that, how to be savvy in this day and age. Also online tricks, how to apply and qualify for certain grants, and how to find the grants that are hidden that most people don't even know about. Tricks like that. Get in touch with students that just been through the experience that you're about to go through, and learn all the little things that they did. I forgot to fill up this tire. It's low. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's low. Anyway, I'm at a moment where I have 4 cases and a rented car full of gas, and an attitude. And I'm going to Oceanside because around here it's been real slow. So I'm just stoked. It's kind of early in the day, and I started off my day kind of groggy. I did go back to sleep for an hour. I'm glad that I got that out of the way, because I have a fresh, more focused mind. Instead of getting a start at 1 o'clock, I'm getting a start at 2 o'clock, but there's still plenty of time. And then that'll leave me in the part of town where I have a good friend that I've been meaning to get in touch with in Oceanside, and my friend Dan. And he has a car that he's looking to either buy or flip or do something with. And I want to see it or hear about it, and also talk to him in person, because I might not be seeing him for a long time. But he does have relatives in Vegas, and he is, now intrigued that I'm moving there. And he might be encouraged maybe by this video, or my moves to also move out there. So I might have a buddy out there to team up with on the off time, get around to golf in, and see some of the Strip and Vegas Strip, and maybe go on some road trips out that way, kind of explore the areas and be introduced to certain people. I certainly hope that he moves out there. It's just the heat that sucks, but other than that, it's kind of a cool idea for me at my age, when I've been slaving away, growing a young man, and just hanging in there until the point of exhaustion, until I had a heart attack. Blood, sweat, and tears. It's not easy to raise a family, and taking care of the wife's payments too, and all that. It's just crazy. And the car, I don't know. I made some good decisions. I made some bad ones, and now it's about to get real, and I need to be all about building wealth and health, wealth in every direction. See what I can do from this point on. So this is just like a pinpoint. This is what I look like today. I'm 51. I just came from the ultrasound appointment. I had 3 in a row where they checked out my leg, my aorta, and I think the neck is next tomorrow morning. This ultrasounds. I tried to make a video, and he's like, erase that video immediately. I was like, but I was able to get a 1-second clip on my Facebook stories, and I said I had twins. Because I have a big belly, it's twins. But I was like, yeah, it's not a boy or a girl, it's a cheeseburger and a Coca-Cola. That's what I said. Just a little joke I put on Facebook. So anyway, I'm pumped. I'm kind of obviously in a good mood, and joking around and friendly and talkative and warmed up to just sell me. I'm just kind of warming up. I got some really good tunes kicking in the car, and making this video is kind of pumping me up too, because I definitely felt some pain that is just perfect fuel for me to just radically lose weight, change my health, meal prep. There's nothing in Vegas that reminds me of things that I've lost, like my family or wife, or I don't know. But it's a perfect place for my son to visit when he finally gets it together and gets college straightened out and realizes that he's had the tools to succeed all along. He just needed to believe himself and get aggressive and make some moves, instead of just cry about it. Actually do stuff or word things differently to the right people to gain the funds that he needed. So one of the 3 is going to happen. Or ask Dad, hey Dad, can I go to work with you on the weekend? I mean, there's 3 jobs I have for him, but he's got to ask. He knows that I know how to make money, and I would even do all the work. I just want him to ask. He hasn't volunteered. He's volunteered to help at church, but not me. I've been one-legged moving all my stuff in storage. I would love for him to just ask, hey Dad, can I, my friend and I come over and volunteer for a couple hours, get all your stuff sorted. It's just sad that he'll volunteer for church, but not his own dad, who raised him. You know what I mean? So, man, it's a disappointment, but we'll see what happens. I know the military. I know college is going to kick his butt, and so is the military. So we'll see what these next 10, 15 years of his life has for him, transformational wise, and we'll go from there. All right, but we're all on our own race. I'm gonna do what I can at age 51. We'll see what he can do at 19, and hopefully he does what I got to do. Homeowner, business owner of multiple businesses, surf shop creator with my brother. Um, I traveled all over the world even before marriage, but also during marriage. Hopefully now at 51, a lot more traveling is on the way. I'm certainly gonna make a YouTube video and try to monetize it based on travel. That's in the works. I have a lot of high hopes for myself, so I just want to pump myself up in this video and say this is where I came from. You know what I mean? Like, remember the day where your van broke down, your CV joint was out, your starter was out, your fuel injections were all clogged up, and maybe even one of my fuel pumps might be out too. I'm not sure. But yeah, I got paid. I paid the rent, and I was surfing on the 3 days I knew I didn't have to pay anything. So I'm like, I have like a couple $100 in the bank. I'm just gonna see how long I can surf on this until it comes to like barely anything, and then I'll get to work, and then all hell broke loose. So I'm gonna remember that as a reminder that just when you think you're safe, you're not, and don't play games if you don't have an emergency fund in place. Like at least a couple credit cards paid off. But I'm talking paid off credit cards and 10 grand, like your grandfather said. I never did that for myself. The most I ever had was like 2 grand. So I think Las Vegas and Henderson is an area of opportunity. So I'm just going to speak like massive growth and massive wealth, massive just good decisions and blessings, and just do things starting off the right way. Day one, get out there, get plugged into church, get organized on different side incomes and multiple streams of income, and some online journeys as well, some marketing, some advertising, some sales, all the above, maybe some things that I am not even aware of right now. I just want to see how far I can go. All right, I got to fill this tank up and get that tire filled and get out there and get those 4 cases, turn them into my goal about $600-700. So we'll see what happens.